Kamal, what makes your story so fascinating is, of course, in recent years, we have seen a lot of homegrown Saudi champions really going regional and now going public. So I want your take on this really significant personal decision to bring the business to the Nomu market and why you think now is the right time to go ahead with this listing.
We grew the business, and my goal is always to have a professionally run and operated business. For me, it's very important. If you grow a business and it gets to a certain size, we have 1,200 team members, we have 218 stores. I think corporate governance is very important. So we have total transparency. Our third value in the business is profitability for all stakeholders, and I see profitability being for the benefit of all our team members, for the benefit of the shareholders, for the benefit of stakeholders such as suppliers. So I think going public makes us more open to scrutiny, more transparency, and essentially more corporate governance. So I can feel comfortable that we're doing everything correctly, and we have oversight from the markets, which I don't have an issue with. I think it makes us perform better. And we have the new shareholders. We have to look out for their interests, and we can continue to look to build our business into the future professionally.
And you priced at the very top end of the range. The book was about 4.5 times oversubscribed. What do you think that tells us about the appetite for businesses inside Saudi Arabia right now at an investment level? And are you satisfied with the raise overall?
Very satisfied with the oversubscription of 4.5 times, which tells me that people are confident in our business and our brands. I think having that level of subscription and interest reflects the history of the brand. We're very well known in the region. Mehia brand is very popular. We sell over 100,000 tobes or kanduras in Ramadan. Lingerie business sells millions of pieces. We're a household name. And having the level of interest was I think, a compliment to the business. We have really a great team operating the business in 5 countries now.
And was that mostly regional, or did you see international demand for this listing as well? Of course, you are on the Nomu market, so explain to me where the demand actually came from.
Okay, we listed on the Nomu market because our business originally was one legal entity. We then carved out the Jamjoom Fashion. So because of the historical requirements or the financial reporting requirements, we were able to list on Nomu because the requirements cover a shorter period of time. Eventually, our goal is to go to the main market in a few years. And then the subscription, we had very varied interest from parties interested to buy shares in the company. We had financial institutions, government institutions, hedge funds, family offices. So there was a lot to choose from, including my young brother who bought a few shares as well. So now we have to work harder for him.
Keeping it in the family, I like to see it. Kamal, so let's talk about the strategy moving forward as well. Of course, now you're accountable to shareholders, you're listed on the market, you also have some fresh dry powder to play with. So what is the expansion plan from now on, and how do you continue to maintain the heritage, the legacy of this business and brand that you've built while also continuing to grow in Saudi Arabia and around the region?
Okay, so I started out as an entrepreneur, a young entrepreneur, always excited, always willing to take risks, and always thinking outside the box. I've learned over the years as the business has matured, now it's time to think inside the box. So I keep telling our team, please think inside the box, make your box bigger. We can make the brand bigger. So we have excellent skills within the business. We know our category really, really well. So we need to really leverage our talent, make our box bigger, increase categories within the business and the stores. So the retail stores are incredibly important for the brand. Our online is about 3%, but the rest is all bricks and mortar. It's part of the culture here. The malls are very important. So we introduced the Princess concept, and then we've grown that to what we call a Palace concept. With our Mehia brand, we've also grown within the box. We've made the box bigger. We cover far more categories than we did before. Everything you see that I'm dressed in is from our brand. So we want to make our box bigger, and also scalability is incredibly important. As new malls open across the region, our goal is to be in those malls which are operated by great landlords, and as long as we get the right locations. So making our box bigger is important. thinking inside the box and increasing our categories, as well as also expanding our retail footprint further and further across the region. If there are opportunities internationally, we'll look at that, but, you know, there's always competition, established brands, etc. So we have to really do our homework before we step outside the GCC.
Indeed. And, you know, one of the most interesting things for me, Kamal, is, of course, when you look at the retail category internationally, international investors are looking for growth in e-commerce, not necessarily in bricks and mortar. So what underpins the strategy to continue to expand on the ground rather than online? And is that necessarily going to be a future driver for you on the e-commerce side, given the volume of transactions that you're seeing right now? You mentioned it's only really small. Is there room for growth there?
There is. I mean, we have to be online. Customers expect us to be online. We have to follow our customers wherever they go. We have to meet them in the mall and meet them online. Over the years, we've introduced websites. We continue to develop those as the technology improves. We've also introduced apps, you know, for the smartphones where people can actually order with a few clicks using the app. So, you know, we have absolute commitment to online and digital technology. So it's a mix of digital and a mix of physical.